check it.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle Samora and this is Scent Talk from my closet, the fragrance closet. On this channel, we go over all things fragrance. We cover niche perfume houses. We go over layering combos. We talk about dupes and clones of original fragrances, highlight indie perfume brands on the channel, all things fragrance. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos, because you never know which fragrance house or perfume topic we're going to cover next. We are on the topic of genre perfumes. I do like to focus on one perfume house or topic at a time. And right here, this perfume house, Genre Perfumes, has quite the selection. They have some original fragrances. They have inspired by fragrances, some serums. They have a couple of websites. And in the description bar, you can find the link to the first video where we gave a brief overview of the house and instructions on how to get a hold of these gems. So we have been doing a couple of wear test reviews. For today, we are comparing Virtuoso by the House of Genre Perfumes versus the original fragrance it was inspired by, XERJOFF's Italica. So I do have the small 30 ml. It says made in Italy here. 30 ml. I didn't feel the need to spring for a full-on bottle because I have generalized this fragrance as being wonderful to wear for bedtime or in cooler weather, cold weather, and that does not happen very often down here where I'm from. So the dupes and the clones of this fragrance are working just fine. Today is the first day that I got to try Genre's inspiration, and let me tell you, it went very well. If you're not familiar with XERJOFF's Italica, let's go through that. There's a couple of release dates. The first one being 2016, second one, the re-release 2021. I want to say that it's just a change in bottle, but there may have been a reformulation that I'm just not finding the information on. And I've never been able to find that. I went back to an older review that I had done with the original Italica versus Andromeda's Moon's version of Italica, and I couldn't find it then either. So in the notes for Italica, we have milk, almond, and saffron in the top. In the mid, toffee and bourbon vanilla. In the base, white musk and sandalwood. It doesn't have a plethora of notes. It's not too complex, but the smell that it gives is wonderful gourmand. This is why I don't like to do top 5 videos, because I completely left out Italica and Lira, a couple of my ultimate favorite gourmand fragrances. I mean, XERJOFF just did it so well here. Italica to me smells like baked goods. It doesn't start off like that though, and I will go over the difference between Genre's version and the original, which is just one slight difference. Gosh, one of my favorite cozy wintertime, lasts all day. I wouldn't say it has a huge projection. It stays pretty intimate, and so did Genre's version, but the opening does give a hint of tortilla chips or corn. I don't know why. The original, the original gives that notion in the way opening of the fragrance, so don't be put off by that, because once that starts to mold into this caramel feel that the toffee gives off, there's just this tinge of something wanting to be that wonderful XERJOFF spice coming from the saffron, but it's not at all overbearing. It just feels like a little ingredient to this gourmand deliciousness that this turns into. The Genre version did not open as heavy. It's no longer on my skin, but it is on my clothes. Lighter than the original fragrance, but it is still here, and it has been 15 going on 16 hours. We're running really late today. Because I had a volunteer event. Made placemats for Thanksgiving for the patients at the hospital. So yay. Put these hands to good use and was coloring away. Oh my gosh. Okay. with the genre version, I get a lighter, airier opening than I do with the original XERJOFF Italica, which I have a little remnants of it on my skin still. And it, like I said, it's a little heavier on the clothes than the Virtuoso side, the genre side. Now, this opening here, the original XERJOFF, it comes out just really, oh my gosh, really strong, heavy. It is heavy from the first spray. I do not get any light, airy feel at all. And I actually really do enjoy that from the Virtuoso. I'm going to spray it one more time just to, because I was talking about, yeah. Oh yeah, there is something there at the way beginning that I truly enjoy that the original Italica doesn't have. That was the same thing that I was getting from the Andromeda's Moon version of Italica, is this airy, you know, almost this something just very airy and wanting to lean towards a cherry vibe, which I really love. I get that here. That's probably coming from the almond now that I see that there's almond. So the almond that Andromeda's Moon and genres versions are using are leaning a little bit cherry, and I truly enjoy that. Italica's does not lean that way for me. I'm choking. It does not lean that way for me. It is a really heavy, and it honestly, when I got my nose on the original Italica, I was like, I don't like this. I was so used to the airy opening of Andromeda's Moon version, that's all that I had at the time, that I really wasn't just, I was taken aback by the heavy corn feel of the original Italica opening. Once that settles, and it does take a good 5 minutes or so, you are just in gourmand bliss for the rest of the day. We're talking baked goods. The vanilla, the bourbon vanilla comes in. I get no boozy tone whatsoever from this fragrance. I do get that the toffee is just so sugary, you know, but just very baked good feel. There's no other way to describe this other than a gourmand fragrance all the way through. This one settles down into that as well, although I don't mind the opening, not one bit. I don't. I do mind the original Italica opening. It takes a little while. I'm also thinking, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking maybe that's the milk note, the way that it's presenting itself in the original XERJOFF Italica. Nonetheless, it is a creamy, cozy vanilla gourmand for the cool weather, and it lasts all day long. Did not have to reapply. I didn't even take either one of these with me, and I had fragrance on my person, on my clothes, on my jacket all day long. Very comforting fragrance. I do also love to use this one for bedtime. So last night, straight out of the shower, I went ahead and used my sugar cookie body wash by Native, and then I also slathered on the sugar cookie cream, and I thought to myself, do I want to go this far? Do I want to add the caramel of Bath and Body Works Christmas cookies tomorrow? You know, I was thinking. I did a little patch test, and I just cannot get with this. It is so heavy to me. It has creamy cookie dough, almond biscotti, and caramel woods, and it is very sweet and decadent. I mean, if you like it very sweet and decadent, almost buttery even, this will be your go-to. It just never settles down for me, and it doesn't work well with my skin chemistry. I tried it on a little patch test. The sugar cookies starts out really salty almost, but it definitely settles down and gives me a nice light, you know, coating of this sugar cookie smell. It does not last though. It's not super strong, so it doesn't get in the way of your fragrance. Now for along that lines, for today, I wanted to layer something with in the same realm, and I went with House of Glory's Twice is Nice. Yes, this went perfectly. Oh gosh, yes. This is this is called their pumpkin butter. I've done an entire week of this indie perfume house, and 2 weeks, I think. I have so much from them, and I loved everything. You know, not everything. I do have a hits and miss video, but this one has sweetest offerings of opulence, buttery sugar cookie with shavings of creamy coconut and topped with toasted almond slivers. This went just seamlessly. I can't even... Have I mentioned that this would go wonderful with Italica? I don't think so. I don't think I've mentioned that before. It just goes right along with it. I loved the combination. I wouldn't even mind if I had the eau de parfum form to do, you know, a little layering combo here with this. This is tonka bean tea cakes. This actually also has some cake. Oh my gosh, it has lightly tonka bean and delicate sugar glaze. This would go wonderful as well. I didn't do anything else today though. Today I just added the Twice as Nice all over, and then I went in with the Virtuoso by Genre on this side and the original Italica over here, so that I could really pay attention to see if there were any differences. It lines up really well. The only difference I got was a slightly lighter feel on the Virtuoso, but it was very enjoyable, and it smelled so similar. I mean, for the price point here, so similar. So this is a winner. This is a winner. Genre Perfumes does XERJOFF fragrances really good. So along this lines of XERJOFF, I do want to try another XERJOFF for tomorrow, and that is XERJOFF Naxos. So XERJOFF Naxos leans a little masculine, and but there's just something about it. I can handle I believe it has tobacco leaf. I can handle it in here. This is one of my favorite masculine leaning fragrances for certain. So we're gonna go ahead and see how Ancient Islands stacks up against Naxos, the original XERJOFF Naxos. Yeah, I feel like doing that tomorrow. The weather is allowing for these wonderful, heavy, delicious fragrances. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Those were the differences. Not too many, very similar. This is good. By the House of Genre. I love it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. You'll have a blessed rest of your day, your night, or your evening, and you stay safe. By the way, tomorrow, if I'm loading this correctly, tomorrow starts the Kais sale. So y'all get your orders ready. I already have 6 things on my wish list that I'm just hoping they have available for the sale. I'm talking about Kais perfumes here, you guys. Delicia de Marshmallow. Delicia de Marshmallow. This is one this is all I have in eau de parfum, and it's going down a little bit. So I cannot wait. By the way, also, Genre, their opening window, I believe that's coming in December. So pretty soon, hopefully. I mean, they announce it, and once they announce it, you know, you also want to get your lists ready for the ordering window for Genre perfumes. Or 100% all the time available on Etsy. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day, your night, or your evening, and you stay safe. Bye-bye.